Do you daydream about waking up to new money and getting all of your expenses covered for you? And you're wondering about what it takes to be successful living off dividends? We will be answering all of that and more, so keep on watching. Welcome to Usable Wisdom, where we will be sharing with you the latest tips and tricks in the financial space, as well as business and entrepreneurship. And for today's video, we will be talking about how to live off of dividends passive income and how much you need. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever we upload new videos. Enjoy! To live off dividends, how much money do you need? In today's video, I'm hoping to be able to address that question. Let's get started. It's a straightforward question. However, simple does not imply easy. This is a difficult subject that necessitates a unique response, tailored to each individual. It all boils down to lifestyle. The way you live and how much money you spend will influence everything. In order to achieve financial independence and early retirement, or FIRE. Being able to spend less money benefits you in two ways. It permits you to invest more money in the first place. This allows you to multiply your wealth more quickly. But there's another advantage to spending less. 1. You might not realize that saving money also implies you need to provide it an income to pay your bills. Someone who reduces their annual spending from $40,000 to $20,000 did not simply increase their available investment capital. They also have the amount of income from dividends. They require food to survive. This makes things a lot easier. Now, how much money would you need to survive on dividends? It is dependent on the amount of money spent. The more you spend, the more you'll need to save and invest, and the more dividend income you'll require. If you spend less, the opposite is true. Obviously, in this scenario, spending less is the better option. This doubles your time to your goal, both in terms of increased investing funds and the lower dividend income obstacle you must overcome. You could calculate how much money you require right now. All you have to do now is determine how much money you're spending. For the next few months, keep track of your spending to the cent. Most people have no idea how much money they spend, which implies they have no idea how much money they require to survive. You can align dividend income to your spending once you know what you're spending. Then it's only a matter of doing some math to come up with an ending portfolio value, which will vary based on the yield. Now, I'll give you two numbers that I believe will aid in your navigation. The first number is 50%, which is the net savings rate you should aim for. If you can save half of your net income, you should be able to achieve financial independence and retire early by living off dividends in a fair amount of time, perhaps 12 to 15 years, depending on your investments and yield. $20,000 is the second number. This is an acceptable annual dividend income target for most people, in my opinion, and it is for one person. This is the kind of money you'd be used to living off of if you made a reasonably normal US income of $50,000 per year and saved half of it. It's also a number that's achievable to achieve within a reasonable time frame. You'll have to earn more money, save more money, wait longer, and or stretch for yield on your investments if you want more dividend income. Before we proceed, please leave a comment below stating which country you're from, so that we may create more customized content for your location. And now, as I previously stated, you'll grow accustomed to living below your means and find out it's not so bad. There's a lot of stuff people spend money on that doesn't improve their quality of life or make them happier. It's just a waste. You'll discover that life isn't that expensive after you eliminate the waste and focus on the important things. Secondly, dividend income is inherently superior to salary income. In terms of purchasing power, this makes it deceptively powerful. Qualified dividends are tax-free at the federal level, up to and including the 15% tax levels. So you might earn $20,000 in qualified dividends per year and pay no federal income tax. There's also no FICA tax. This means that $20,000 in dividend income each year is equivalent to far more than a day job's pay. Consider how much money you spent simply by holding a job. Transportation, food, and clothes costs, for example. A job is costly. The cost of transportation alone might be hundreds of dollars each year. Dividends, on the other hand, are free to receive as long as you own shares, and they can be obtained from anywhere on the globe. Once you're no longer physically bound to work, You might be able to take advantage of geographic arbitrage and go somewhere with a better tax situation and better value for money. After taking into account federal income taxes, FICA, savings, and the costs of having a job, $20,000 in pure dividend income can be comparable to someone earning $50,000 in unfavorable W-2 income and still saving their way to financial independence. For someone who is resourceful and flexible in their expenditures, this goes a long way. This brings me to my third and last point. Financial independence is only the beginning. Similarly, attaining your target isn't the finish. Whatever passive dividend income goal you have in mind is, in many respects, is just the beginning. I'm pertaining to dividend growth stocks that pay out substantial dividends. If you develop a portfolio of high-quality dividend growth stocks, your passive dividend income should climb like clockwork year after year. And this dividend income isn't simply increasing, it's frequently outpacing inflation. This gives you more purchasing power. What may first appear to be tight coverage between dividend income and expenses may quickly loosen. It eventually snowballs into a mountain of passive dividend money that you can afford to spend as you would please. Just about everyone may become financially self-sufficient and retire early on dividend income. All you have to do now is make the proper financial decisions. It is vital that you complete this task. You're making a difficult choice for a better life down the line if you delay gratification. Making the simple choices instead will lead to a more difficult existence. We all have to make decisions. You make your own decisions, but those decisions have consequences. The most critical step for you to do would be to keep track of every penny you spend. Once you know precisely what you spend, you'll know how much money you'll need to live off dividends. So get to work tracking, saving, investing, and growing your passive dividend income, and then sit back and enjoy the beautiful, comfy life of dividends. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this has been an enlightening experience for you. Oh, and if you've learned something valuable from this video, it would be great if you subscribe. It's completely free and you may change your mind at any time. That way, you'll be the first to know when we share new money-making ideas. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.